Greater Rome industrial growth began with cotton and its location on the rivers. In 1895, the Massachusetts Cotton Mill Company broke ground in Lyndale, 5 miles south of Rome. Lush pine forests provided the timber for the mill, and the fertile farmland surrounding Rome provided the cotton. Textiles would dominate our industrial landscape for decades. Synthetic fabrics developed in the early 1900s, and Rome's reputation for textiles attracted the American Chatillon Corporation in 1928. Rome's enthusiasm for growth and the wonders of modern science ruled industry for a long time. Learning the consequences of that growth was a slower process. Cars replaced horses and mules. Filling stations began popping up with big metal tanks buried beneath them to store gasoline. New ways to make and refine fibers brought with it chemicals such as sodium hydroxide, carbon disulfide, sulfuric acid, and pyranol. Problems with these chemicals were not understood until years later. The 1950s brought new industries and the need for more electricity to power the area's thriving industries. General Electric, Georgia Craft Company, and Georgia Power built big factories and a power plant. Textile mills also continued to flourish. In the 1970s, factories began closing as demand for the goods made here declined. The chemicals used in the factories had seeped into the ground below or were carted off to landfills nearby. Over time, these chemicals have continued going down through the soil and rock, some finding their way into our rivers. These abandoned or closed industrial lands became known as Brownfields by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency in 1992. Valuable land is now being reclaimed by that same science which created all of Rome's success in the past. Star Cleaners on Turner McCall Boulevard, where the old Midas muffler shop once stood, had oil tanks below that had been cleared of the oil and automotive fluids that settled below the business over the decades. General Electric continues to remove toxic chemicals from its land on and around the Redmond Road plant. O'Neill Manufacturing in North Rome used toxic chemicals to preserve wood and fuel tanks to run its machinery. Once the hazards are removed, the land will become useful again.